So happy Monday, kids. Told you that I would talk about protein. And this is something that I didn't catch at first. We know that when you eat fat, you have a straight line of insulin. There's nothing, insulin is not required. You can't turn fat into fat. Sorry. You cannot turn fat into fat. It goes into your lymphatic system and it gets delivered to the various body parts and this and that for fuel. And then you have sugar, which causes insulin to definitely just literally go off the chart and come back down. Because it's not that glucose is the preferred fuel of the body. Please stop thinking this. It is that glucose is the required fuel to get out of the bloodstream. So your body needs to do all that it can to ensure that that glucose gets down and gets down quickly, all right? What happens with increased glucose? You pound holes in your kidneys, you flood your brain with a bunch of garbage, you glycate your red blood cells, and those tend to then stick together and form clots. So they give you anti-clotting medicine. I'll have to look up and see what that really does. Does that mess with your platelets, or does it attempt to remove the sugar coating off of your red blood cells, which of course gives you a high HbA1c, right? But where's protein? Protein's kind of this middle area. All right, according to Dr. Kiltz, any protein that you overeat will be turned into fat. And or used for building blocks. But like I said, that would be the minimum reason that you would eat protein in order to build tissue and all the bones. Bones are a flexible protein that's eventually calcified. And that's where we get the calcium in our bones, and it makes them rigid instead of flexy gooey. So this idea, the protein goes through the liver, and the amino acids go through the liver, and gluconeogenesis takes care of them. They're turned into sugar, and then insulin has to turn them into fat. It's not exactly how the process works, but it's for our purposes, that's kind of how it works. So that's the protein life cycle. That's the protein deal. So when we hear carnivore, we should actually call ourselves fativores, because we're the apex predator. We're the top of the line, and all top line predators go after the fat first. All right, they'll eat that up. They'll eat the offal, OFFAL, the guts and whatnot. From what I remember, the indigenous Canadians, Inuit, whatever the latest catchphrase is for these guys, they have their own name, I'm sure, and whatever they call themselves, I call them, including trying to get as close to their accent as possible. I know they have a name. We all have a name for ourselves. So whatever they call themselves, that's what they are. And they ate the fat and the meat off the seal. They ate fish, and they gave the guts to the dogs, because apparently dogs love them, but these guys didn't. So what I'm probably suggesting is try to eat even more fat. That'll be your energy. It will also satiate you a lot quicker. All right, you'll get your quote-unquote calories, whatever that means to whoever is defining the term. But your body will know. It'll send out full signals, and you should follow those. Especially eating fat, because there's a point in fat where you're eating it, it's delicious, and all of a sudden it goes, it's like too much fat. Apparently I haven't been eating enough, because I'm not getting to that point. I'm eating my fat. It's absolutely delicious, and then I'm hungry still. And all I have left is meat, so that's what I've been eating. And but I'm not gaining or losing weight. I'm where I was, like I said, when I was 18 years old. I imagine that's kind of where my body wants me. So I'm not pushing it. And seems to me if I did reduce my protein slightly, my body, needing it, would probably go after all this, well, I don't have hanging skin, but I have some leftover skin, which is slowly but surely eliminating itself. It's going away. So that's the deal. Now, again, there's a lot of folks out there high protein because it also helps with your satiety. But fat is king. Fat's really the way to go. And you know, after a year and so of this, I think I'm finally kind of, you know, starting to finally understand all these waters. I mean, it takes a while. It takes a process. I had no guides, so I did take courses, depending on, I guess, which credentialing service you want to follow. I'm a health coach by now, and I can't find a credentialing service that allows me to operate in certain countries. So I'm just going to have to just rely on those courses and my own experience and my own vista, right? This is how I look. So, you know, again, I hate to go on the whole, you know, gee whiz, practice what you preach thing, but if you had the choice between following somebody like me and somebody else who was actually fat and not making it, whose diet would you follow? It just seems logical that you'd follow the diet of the person whom you most want to look like, right? That's what I actually did. I mean, if we had a bunch of fat people out here going, yeah, and I do this, that, and the other thing, like Dash, they're always fat and inflamed. I see it now. I mean, it takes a while to train your eyes to see it. And I'm doing this other diet, and they're inflamed, and women especially, I will look right in here to see how big their neck is, because that will indicate their thyroid, Hashimoto's, or hyperthyroidism, or some type of autoimmune attack, which means they're not eating the right foods, period, the end. And if I get a full body view, I definitely look right under the rib cage. I want to see what that looks like, all right? Sorry for the noise. Some other retro 1980s person testing his alarm, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so that's that. Just to recap, eat a lot of fat. That'll give you all the energy your body needs. And fat never makes you fat. It just doesn't. Sorry. And seriously. Well, I better wrap this thing up before the noise destroys the whole world peace. But anyway, the joys of living in Mexico, man. I love the freedom, so I guess I got to put up with other people's freedom to make noise too, right? That's how it goes. That's freedom, true freedom. Hey, live and let live, man. All right, so, well, screw it. These guys will eventually figure it out. So, again, fat won't do anything, and insulin will come up severely for carbohydrates, but about halfway through for proteins, and that's the reason. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry for the distractions, but hey, you know what? Life's life, man. It's all good. All right, so we'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a great day. Happy Monday. Be well. Bye.